Have you ever been on a ticket website and you've noticed that the prices keep on changing depending on the time of day and depending on the number of people purchasing the tickets at a time and the fuel and the pressure to purchase a ticket before the prices increase? This is a dynamic pricing that many companies use to sell their tickets faster and to ensure that their buses or their planes get filled in time. This is a pricing mechanism that is to both offer discounts when seasons are low and to price competitively when seasons are high and demand is high. This is a dynamic pricing mechanism that has been used for a long time in the airline businesses, in any ticket platform business for a very long time. And this is a feature that I am building into Zoomaa for operators to price competitively in the on the market space. Building this is not an easy task. You have to work with different types of algorithms. It's either you want more modern algorithm like machine learning AIs to to study the pricing history and the data available at hand, and make recommendations right based on this and dynamically tweak the prices as users hop on the platform, right? And this is something that I've thought a while about and I am building into the platform. This feature is not yet fully built. I'm still working on it, but I would want to make a video on it on how I'm going about this. So I went about it in two phases. One, the first phase is promos, like conductors being able to offer promos. And the math is simple. You make them select a percentage of discount they would want to give on the trip. So they set their fares and they set a discount that they would like to put on that fare for it to be seen in on the customer facing platform as a discount. So you make them select a discount percent and you make them either apply it to a specific route or apply it in general over many routes, right? Then the issue come, how long does this promo stay for? You cannot leave it there forever. You need it to have an expiration date or some sort of count, right? So then I got to thinking, a count. A count is one method to limit these promos, right? To make it urgent for people to book, right? So count. So setting a count on a promo is one way to manage this, to make it finite, right? So I give the operator the ability to choose the number of promos they want to give out per trip that is being run, right? So with this, you could set five, probably a max count of, let's say, 10. You are giving out 20% discount for 10 counts, right? And this has to be dynamic so that when the early birds come and take the promo, as they are taking it, you are decrementing the counts, right? And as the count has reached, if you set the count for, let's say, 10, if the count reaches 10, meaning there is no more promo available, and the new passengers that come to book or the new customers that come to book then do not see the promo because the promo has been finished, exhausted, right? So that is one way to set a limit on a promo. Another way is to set a time limit. So you set a count and a time limit. So since this promo is spanning across dates, right, and trips within those dates are what determine which trips you want to give the promo to, then the promo has to have an expiration date, right? You can't run it forever. So you choose a particular day and an end date, or a start date and an end date. Then within those dates, the promo is active, and you set your count. And when that count is over, the promo is over, or when the date is over, the promo is over. So this is a way that I handle the promo part of it, right? Then we have the dynamic pricing. So the dynamic pricing is also another section of it, which is totally different from promos, right? Dynamic pricing is a mechanism of pricing that increases and goes down or stays at the base based on demand of the ticket and based on the time left towards departure, right? So if you have ever booked a flight ticket and the time of and you booked it way before the time of departure, you could see this pattern where the prices are cheaper way earlier for early birds than when the time is approaching, right? If you buy a ticket, let's say a week for the flight departure, you could see that it's more expensive than when it's initially started. So these are based on our time constraints and demand for the ticket, right? Sometimes if you're booking during the time of departure, it could even be much cheaper due to maybe probably there is low traffic and people aren't booking that trip, right? So the demand may be low, so they may reduce the price, right? So this is what dynamic pricing, and we have certain heuristics that we take in place when building this algorithm, right? And I've first built the first prototype of this algorithm. So I use the pace-based mechanism where we take the time available, right? From the first day, the current date to the day of departure of the trip, right? Then I divide this time across the tickets, right? So let's say we have 20 tickets and we have 20 days to departure, right? So I am going to divide probably five. So I'm going to divide it into, let's say, four rounds, right? And in each four rounds, we have we have five tickets in them, right? So we expect five tickets to be sold in the first 5 days. We expect another five tickets to be sold in the second 5 days, right? Let's say, for example, if the first duration, the tickets aren't sold, or the tickets aren't sold within the first duration, then what are we going to do? All the tickets aren't sold, right? We see the amount that is left. So let's say within the first 5 days, the tickets, it is only one that has been sold. I mean, there are four left, right? So the 5 days is over, right? But we only sold one ticket, meaning we have four, which has been left over from the first duration of time, right? So we now take that remaining four and we see the time available. Then we subdivide the time available. So we have 15 days, right? And we have how many tickets now? We have 15 days and we have 19 tickets. So we are going to divide 19 tickets across 15 days now, right? So each day is going to get approximately let's say six tickets, right? Approximately six tickets divided across that 15 days, right? So if we divide it, we across the 15 days, we could subdivide it into quadrants again, right? And share the tickets across them. And if we do that, then we get a much tighter and more tickets to be sold, right? Then probably if the tickets carry over, we see that there are more tickets to be sold in a particular timeline, right? Maybe it is time to reduce the price within this phase, right? Initially, the price was probably at base price, and we only sold one, right? Now we are in a segment where there is only 15 days left, and there are 19 tickets to be sold, right? So the strategic move is to reduce the fare by a percentage. Let's say we reduce it by 10%, right? Then we track the second segment of time, which is the next 5 days, right? Uh, uh, we track that time range, and we wait for people to book, right? Let's say within this time range, people bought like 10 tickets at a go. Wow, that has drastically reduced the tickets. So it means that there is more demand, right, within this segment. So we take this and now we increase the price that it is currently at. We increase the base price to a much higher, right, above the base. So it is now, let's say, 15% as above what it was prior to this current state, right? So now the tickets price is what increase, right, within the third segment of time, right? So now we have how many tickets? We have 10 tickets left to be sold in 10 days, right? So then we track that the first. So if we were to divide it into, let's say, 3 days, and we have 3 tickets for the first third day, 3 tickets for the second third day, and 4 tickets for the last um, 4 days, then we will have something like, okay, within the first segment, within the first 3 days, now we need to sell 3 tickets. Let's say the sales are lower within this segment of time, then probably we are going to drop again to a lower or stay at the base, right, and maintain it for a while and see if people purchase it. So you see how the mechanism works. The mechanism is we study the time the ticket left and the time to departure, and we increase and decrease or maintain as the time goes on, right, and as the demand. So we are waiting this increase and drop in prices based on uh, based on demand within specific time rates, right? So this is how I handle it. I just use the pace-based algorithm to handle this dynamic pricing, right? So if an operator is on their platform and wants to strategically price their tickets, this is how the algorithm works, right? And the next step of this algorithm is to also take a cue, to take cues from other operators' pricing, right? So we take cues from other operators' pricing and take that as a factor to each operator. So if you see each operator's pricing, then you could also price competitively against them, right? This will be done in the background. This algorithm will be running in the background. So the operator doesn't need to be touching the prices. As long as they set the dynamic pricing on, the algorithm will be running and increasing and decreasing as it sees fit to properly sell your tickets faster, right? So this is the an update that I wanted to bring about the dynamic pricing and the promo algorithm and the promo engine, right? The promo engine, the dynamic engine on Zoomaa, and I hope you appreciate this today's update. And thank you again for listening to my channel and listening to and watching this series again. I hope to see you on the next video. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe and like this video. I'll bring you more updates like this. Thank you.